Oh my God. My child, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill my baby. Why
Don't
did
kill him.
you do that?
Don't say the word kill, please.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why he changed my background. I didn't ask him to do this.
Sorry. Ooh, I am. Where I had these in there too. Hold on one second.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome to Size Up. So very, very sorry. We are so very, very like, okay. I don't know why he made this our background. This is not his thing.
Maybe it's like a ha mama, I getcha.
I don't know why he did a ha ha moment. I got you. He had me upset with him. Okay, here we go. I switched it back. He done gave me the South Park background. I don't appreciate the little trick he played. Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome to our podcast, The Size Up. Thank you guys for joining us today. Um, it's March Madness, and I've been watching like the basketball games. I caught Memphis game. I was super proud of them on last week, and then
All I can say is this: Memphis won twice Thursday
okay.
with the win and Kentucky losing.
Yes, we did. We did. We did. We absolutely did. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. And yeah, no, we ain't over it. I just want y'all to know we not over it. We don't never forget. I ain't even playing. We do not forget. Okay? We never forget. Our memory be long. You come in, you screw up our basketball program. We are rooting for you to fail at the other one. I'm just putting that out there right now. Calipari lost and we won in the first round. But we got to the second round, we didn't do so hot. So
Well,
we
I beg to differ because on halftime we was up by 10.
we were up by 10, but at the
And we only lost by 4 points. It's
we
not like
did
I can never say that. Gazanga,
Gonzaga,
whatever.
yeah,
Gonza beat us by a landslide. It
yeah,
wasn't like that.
yeah. I really wish that we had
I
a
wish,
went further. But
yeah,
I'm proud of Penny. He did a good job. That man started winning games when he cussed y'all out.
he
Uh,
sure did. Y'all was already talking about trying to get rid of him. He was
he
like,
cussed
"Nah, y'all
y'all
ain't
out
gonna get rid of me too quick. I'm gonna
one
show you
good
why."
time. That Binghampton came right on out, and y'all couldn't say nothing because he started winning games.
And
I
now
hope
y'all love him again.
right. So what I hope and we're a basketball city. That's what we do. We do basketball. When they tried to bring the Titans here, I knew that wasn't gonna be a good idea because that's just we're not a football town. We are a basketball town. We have been for as long as I can remember.
Now
That's that's
the
what we're
Memphis Showboats should have told y'all something.
not the showboat.
And how long ago was that?
Woo!
I was a toddler probably back then.
Oh Jesus. The
Yes, I
showboat.
said the showboats. I said it.
You said the showboat. So literally, I feel like Penny can build on what they have, and then they can go further in the tournament next year. But y'all got to get off their back. You can't. This man, he just got to this program. What? He's been there like a couple of years now. Let that man build a program. Y'all thought what was gonna happen was that he was gonna come to Memphis and do what he did at East. East already had a good basketball team. He just, worked it out. Then when he got there, y'all was messing with him. Yeah, the baby couldn't play at the University of Memphis, so he went on about his business. Like y'all, come on, y'all know y'all played some part in that. Don't do that. Um, so I'm proud of the University of Memphis. Also want to give a big shout out to my girls. The Jackson State Lady Tigers won the SWAC championship. They went to the NCAA tournament and almost beat LSU. Like almost beat LSU. Like gave them the business. Like their coach was on the sidelines crying because she thought they was finna lose. So listen, we got a squad this year. Okay. Next year.
Hold on. Was she crying like the way the Kentucky Kentucky
Hold
players
on.
cried?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me pull up this picture of this lady so you can see what I'm talking about. Hold on. They did phenomenal. Our recruiting class this year for the Lady Tigers, I don't know about the men's, but I know about the ladies, is phenomenal. I'm talking about we got some hoopers coming. So I feel like since we've gotten to this point, I feel like next year they gonna come in and they gonna wreck house. And so y'all may see the first HBCU team take it all the way through the tournament. I'm just putting it out there, and I'm just saying, because them gals is hooping. They can hoop.
But you know what? I'm always rooting for the underdogs.
Yeah.
Because take for instance Kentucky and St. Petersburg.
Right.
St. Petersburg,
that was amazing.
But just listen to this. St. Petersburg, their budget for their basketball team is like 1.6 million, right?
Right.
Calipari's salary is $9 million a year.
Yeah. Yep. Surely is. I'm trying to find this picture of this lady. I'm gonna find it. I'm not gonna look for it right now. I wish I had it on hand so I can show y'all how concerned that girl was looking, because her was crying. She was crying. She was like, "Oh my God, they're gonna beat us." It was that deep.
It was that deep.
Get out here. I'm recording. Why you wait till I'm recording? Get out.
I didn't know. I wasn't thinking about it.
Okay, so
I'll talk to you after.
Great. That's what you should have done in the first place. I'm sorry. I can't wait. I'm gonna have my own wing of a house, and they're gonna have their own wing. They're not gonna bother me. I'm not gonna bother them. So speaking of my girls, the JSU Lady Tigers, I want to give shine to this young lady right here. So Alexis Roberts, this was her freshman year at Jackson State. Guess what? She is deaf. She's the first deaf player to sign to a Division I basketball team in the state of Mississippi. She attended school at the Mississippi School for the Deaf. Got a phenomenal record playing in high school, middle school, high school. Her stats are amazing. She's 6 foot tall, and you would never know it. They did a interview with her, but she's bad. All of them girls on that team hooping. They won the championship. This freshman was a part of that team this year. I'm super excited to see what she can do going forward. She's a powerhouse. All the ladies over there on that team is a powerhouse, but I thought that I would give her some shine because it's different. You know, I've never heard of anybody, and there may be somebody, but I just hadn't heard about anybody that was deaf that played a sport. That I can think of. So she's breaking barriers and breaking those boundaries that, and somebody else that sees her, that knows that she's a deaf player, that's deaf themselves, they may also do the same thing that she's doing or aspire to dream bigger than, where they put you, typically when you have a disability, they put you in a box. You know what I'm saying? And she said, forget your box. And I love it. So shout out and congratulations to Alexis Roberts and my girls over there at that Jackson State University Lady Tiger team. We're going to be rooting for you. I'm super excited. I had some classmates. I saw their pictures. They traveled to LSU to go see the basketball game. I was super excited to see it. I caught glimpses of it while I was busy. I've been busy lately. God, it's been a lot. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing to be busy. But I'm super excited for her. My hats go off to all of those players over there. Super excited. I gotta find this man's name. I saw this on Because of Them We Can. This guy is the first Black Dean of Students at Harvard Law. I thought that this is interesting. That in the probably 200 plus years of Harvard, his name is Stephen Ball. This man is the first Black person. Just like I don't know if it was Princeton or Yale. Somebody had just had their first Black valedictorian. I think we talked about this probably about a year or so ago. Mm-hmm. My computer is freezing up. Okay. that they had just had their first black valedictorian. I was like, so y'all just been not letting the black people win, right? Over there at your school. Well, he is 36 years old. And he is a Detroit native. So I thought that this was interesting. He and to be young and a dean of a law school is also good. When I think of a dean of a law school, I think of somebody really, really old, right? Mm-hmm. Who's been at the law school for 100 years, right? So this is cool. He graduated from Harvard Law in 2010 with his JD. During graduate school, he did a number of stints interning for political nonprofit spaces, including the office of the mayor of Detroit. In law school, he interned at the Manhattan District Attorney's Office in Washington, D.C., going on to practice law for 6 years after graduation for a major national law firm in New York City. After he did some work on the West Coast, he returned to the East Coast, dabbled in tech at Airbnb before settling at a job at Wells Fargo. He's bouncing a lot, but boyfriend, he's working. My hat goes out to him. I think this is amazing. Hopefully, there will be more black deans of schools, of those types of schools in those spaces, because I want every black person to go to HBCU, but every black person, HBCU ain't for them. I'm not even gonna sit up here and pretend like a HBCU is for all black people. There are some black people, they need to be at Harvard and Yale and Princeton and those places, in those spaces. That's their forte. And so to have somebody that would be there that I think would be an advocate, I think they would be there to push them and help them along the way. I think this is amazing. So hats off to you, Mr. Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
All right, here we go. I don't think I have much, but I have a couple of things.
Yeah.
First of all, Royce.
You got to talk about this because I haven't heard this.
Okay, so here's the deal. Royce Reed, who is one of the many baby mamas of Dwight Howard.
And she was also on Basketball Wives.
Basketball Wives for a few seasons. She was on the original Basketball Wives before they did the spinoff in LA. So Royce has a son, Braylon, with Dwight Howard. Now, here is the crazy thing about this story. So her son has been accused of sexual misconduct with someone younger than him. He's 14. I thought the boy was older than that, but he's 14 years old. And he's been accused of some sexual misconduct. Now, I read the case because I was like, why are they getting her on child neglect? Did she do something to her baby? Didn't make sense to me. So in the past, there were rumors that he couldn't be in the presence of kids that were younger than he was. Mm-hmm. And I think there is some underlying issues with that, and I'm not sure if maybe the baby might have been molested himself. I'm not exactly sure. What I do know is that she's had a very tumultuous relationship with Dwight Howard. I don't know if he's been, involved, because he got so many kids, just like Future and all of them. He got children all over the world. So I don't know how that stacks up, but she turned herself in because there was a warrant out for her arrest. She went and turned herself in. She pled not guilty to the child neglect charges, and she's been released from jail. So we gotta watch our kids. We don't need to leave our kids with everybody.
Right.
Even sometimes family members are not to be trusted when it comes to
okay. I'm looking him up. You said he got more kids because it's only showing that he got one child.
Dwight Howard?
Yes.
No, ma'am. I don't know. Dwight got some kids, from my understanding. That might be the only one he claiming.
Oh, okay. Because I had to remember they all look alike. The names sound
like.
And
they're saying Braylon is his only child. No, Dwight got some children, honey. He got some children all over the world.
Children all over the world.
That might be the only one he claiming, but now the white got some kids. Because we've talked about the white's children, as a matter of fact.
When?
This had to maybe been a couple of years ago. Because he had some baby mama drama with somebody else. It wasn't with Royce, it was with someone else. This was
was it about like paternity issues?
Not him. We talked about, there was another basketball player. There was paternity issues, but we talked about Dwight Howard and his kids. Braylon is the only, and let me tell you why I feel like he claimed Braylon, because she got on Basketball Wives and told the world that was her baby daddy, and told the world how they hooked up and how they met, because she was a cheerleader on Orlando's team, if I'm not mistaken, or Miami, whatever team he played for in Florida. She was a cheerleader there because she's a dancer by trade.
Right.
So, she has a dance school and all this other stuff. So, that's how they met and that's how they got together, and they had this child. Well, of course, she's gone through stuff with him with like child support and all this other stuff. And we talked about this. Yeah, we did. This was, like I said, it's a couple of years ago. I have to go back and find out. But yes, it might have been a paternity issue. I'm not sure. But he had no choice but to claim Braylon because, he had a gag order against her too when she was on Basketball Wives.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, we all know that's your baby. So you can't not claim him, But yeah, he probably ain't claimed. I think that boy got probably about 7 kids.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I real life believe he got like 7 kids. So, but we've talked about his multiple kids. We have. I hope that she gets this cleared up. I pray that if indeed Braylon did do this to the younger kids, that she gives him some help, because you don't need to be messing with folk younger than you. That's that's not cool. But if he's not,
we don't need another Josh Douglas situation.
No, I mean, and if he's not guilty of what he's being accused of, I hope they get this cleared up and they set the record straight. I would hate that, because I actually liked Royce. Out of the Basketball Wives, I liked her. She didn't take the junk of the other Basketball Wives when she was on the show. She didn't take that mess at all. So I actually liked her. So I really hate this for her. I know how it feels for people to kind of accuse you of not being the best mother, be it family members or folk who don't know your business, that sort of thing, right?
Or the folks that don't have kids.
Or people who don't have kids because they think they are experts at everything. So I definitely know what it feels like to be in that position. So I am praying for her and her son and the other family that's involved as well. Hopefully they get it straight. So yeah, we mentioned this. So I did not see the very last episode of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
It really wasn't worth it.
I did see clips of it. I saw when Jenny threw the glass at Mary. I saw that part.
And then they thought that it was okay. They didn't reprimand her. I didn't throw the glass at her. I threw it on the ground.
She ain't on the show no more, so it don't even matter.
You on the
she
but still, if that would have been Mary throwing the glass on the floor,
it would have been a problem. It would have been
a problem.
So Whitney Rose's husband, and Whitney Rose took, because I don't know that man's name, and I wasn't going to look it up. They had this weird
paint sex scene.
It wasn't good, and I don't know why Bravo showed it. I just think that they should have just edited that out and thought about the consequences all around. And I know on these reality shows, people claim to want to be transparent. I get it.
You want me to see your sex life?
I don't want to see that at all. Because I if I remember correctly, he's a little older than she is too. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see a dad bod getting it on TV. I don't want to see that. So yes, this is where we are with that. He has been fired from his job, so I don't know what that means. I hope Whitney Rose's company is doing well. Now, I do know that whenever the housewives start their businesses on Bravo gets a little chunk. And I don't know how much of a chunk Bravo gets. It's an undisclosed amount or percentage. But because they get to use the Bravo brand to promote their businesses, this is how the cookie crumbles. This is how the cake pie is sliced. That's how that works. Hopefully he'll find work. Here's the thing: if you work in Utah, in Brigham Young territory, and I mean you as a whole Mormon out here in these streets, 9 times out of 10, if you're doing something that's morally inept, they finna fire you. So I don't know why he thought this was a good idea. Like, be there to support your wife by all means, but like, don't do that on national TV. And you probably got a morality clause in your contract with whatever job or whatever company you work for. So I'm just putting that out there. Hopefully he'll find work and find another job. But there might be a storyline next season. I don't know. Sad news happened while we were away. Tracy Braxton
passed away.
Was one of my favorite Braxton sisters. Passed from cancer.
From esophageal cancer. She had the same type of cancer Robert Kardashian had.
Okay. I hate this for the family. I definitely do. Like I said, I love Tracy. Tracy was that one that she gonna say the things you probably want to say, but ain't gonna say them. She was turned up. She was a good time. She's very funny.
And then she was also in a way kind of treated bad. Because you know what?
I did not like the way.
Because I was even mad at the credits. How everybody had a whole bunch of snapshots, and Tracy only had 2.
Yeah, I didn't like how and maybe their relationship behind the scenes were a whole lot better than what was portrayed on TV. I know Tracy held on to the fact that when she decided to have her son, they kind of, okay, well, you can't be in this group because, you got to have a baby. And,
And then they also kind of shaded her because, even though later on in the seasons, they kind of patched up their relationship with their dad, she still had that close knit relationship with the dad.
Here's the thing. And let's talk about that. Her mama wasn't mad at her. They shouldn't have been mad at her.
Exactly.
And then she still stayed in Maryland. None of them lived in Maryland but her. So what's she supposed to do?
Oh, but the brother.
Her and Mikey. Those were the two that stayed in Maryland. So what were they supposed to do? Not deal with their daddy because their daddy was with this woman who, he cheated on your mama. That was 100 years ago.
He was a terrible husband, but he probably was a good father. My dad was a terrible husband to my mom, but he was an awesome dad.
Yeah.
And I know Tamar is kind of like, just sick to her stomach of how she treated her.
Yeah, and again, like I said, I don't know what their relationship was outside of the cameras because Tamar did say a lot of that stuff was staged and a lot of stuff was not. A lot of their family issues were very real, but they also, she also felt like it was a lot of fakeness, which is why she left WeTV in the middle of their very last season that they did.
And then also they got mad at her for still filming when they decided not to film.
Yeah, and then
she was like, "I need money. That's a check. I'm gonna work.
I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work." And the other thing was last year, a lot of people were saying that she was sick because she had lost a lot of weight. They had taken a family cruise. They didn't address it. She didn't want to address it.
Was it a cruise or her son's wedding?
It happened on the cruise. They were on a cruise ship.
Okay.
So it happened on the cruise. Whatever it was a cruise picture that was taken with and I guess he finally married the girl. So I guess that was the son's wedding. But she was also sick and going through, and so she wanted to kind of keep that close. And you know what? Here's the thing. I wish they had have addressed it and maybe put out a statement, but I also don't. Everybody don't want to share their story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. A lot of people feel like, well, you had it, you're in this position, you have this platform, you should share, what your journey. Do I really need to share my journey? Like, I really want to fight this and see if I can get past it and maybe live to tell the story instead of sharing it and going through it and then, I'm gone. Like, she fought and she fought to the end from my understanding.
Right. Was she a smoker?
I don't think Tracy smoked. I could be very, very wrong. Now, here's the thing. Let me tell you what's real messed up. I know of someone that has lung cancer. They ain't smoked a cigarette a day in their life.
Yeah. I've heard of it too.
I think, and I don't know that you can get esophageal cancer from smoking. I normally hear lung cancer. I've never heard that you can get that from smoking. However, cancer can pop up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then if you got a history of it down in your family, it could be a distant relative that you don't fool with. But if it's something that runs in your family too, that's another thing. So you never know. And I hate that for her, and a lot of people saw that. But I wanted to share this picture because this is like one of the prettiest pictures that I've ever seen, Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was the picture that I wanted to show. And like I said, I hate that for her family, her son, her grandbaby, the whole nine, her husband. I know he's just distraught, because although they had ups and downs in their marriage, they
even went on marriage boot camp.
Yeah, I think really they were really true soulmates. I really do. So my heart goes out to the family, and I'm forever praying for them. I know Tawanda confirmed a couple months ago that they were not going to come back and do another Braxton Family Values. She put that confirmation out there from her YouTube page a couple of months ago. I don't know if part of the reason was they didn't want to go on because they knew what was coming, or if they just decided that if, Tamar wasn't involved, they weren't going to do it. I'm not sure what that situation was. But I know I'm praying for them. I'm concerned, and I definitely hope that, Tracy and Tamar worked out whatever issues they may have had, or anybody had an issue with Tracy. I hope that they worked it out and move forward. So, all right. The Crown Act has passed the House of Representatives. This means that this Crown Act explicitly prohibits discrimination on the basis of natural hair as a form of racial discrimination. So all these stories we've been hearing about wrestling matches kids can't participate in because they want you need to cut your hair. At the schools where the teachers just decide they want to cut a little black kid's hair because they don't like the hair the black kid have.
Or what's that wrestler, the guy the teenager that was wrestling had
I mentioned that first. That's what I'm saying. They gotta cut it because they can't wrestle. They can't play in the sports. We saw that on Colin Kaepernick when he had the braids, and the coach told him he couldn't play in the game if he didn't cut his braids. Things like that.
Right.
I think I think that this is going to be good. It's a lot of jobs that won't hire people because they have natural hair. And they want us to have more European hair. Now, I don't care. Me personally, I have multiple styles. I got, I change. I throw on a wig. I have a sew-in. I have braids. I wear my fro for a little bit. Like, I mix it up. And I want to be able to have the freedom to mix it up if I so choose to. I don't like dealing with my own hair. That's just me personally. I'm super busy. I wish I had a glam squad. I don't. So I can't always be fiddling and faddling with my hair. And my hair is Negro hair. We talk about that. I am 4Z.
I have 4Z too.
Right. So I don't want to have to deal with my hair all the time. So yes, it's up. I'm sorry if that means I ain't gonna find no husband because I ain't wearing my natural hair, but you're gonna want me to at least have a perm because it's nappy dog. So things like that, like you gonna want a perm in my head. You gonna want my hair straightened, okay?
And you know what? And the guys they be saying they be wanting natural hair. They don't want our kind of natural.
No,
They
don't.
They don't want our kind of natural.
Exotic type of natural hair, and they want us to have a perm in our hair. And I don't want to. The chemicals from the perm is not what a desire to put in my hair ever again. When I saw, and this is very cliche, but when I saw the Chris Rock movie, I can't remember the name of it right now. Off the top of my head.
Oh my God.
Good hair. This doctor puts the perm on a Coke can and it burnt through the Coke can. I said, nope, not doing that no more. So I immediately started growing a perm out of my head, and I kept it pushing and kept it moving. Now it's just nappy. So but I'm not gonna put that in my head. You know, I'm not doing that. So this is where we are. I hope that they're waiting on the Senate. So this was passed Friday. So they're waiting on the Senate to look at it and pass it. President Biden is like pushing them to do it. I hope they do, because I don't see why people have to fit a certain standard as far as their hair is concerned. As long as it's neat, you know, it's not all over the place and it's not looking disgusting. You know, that's a different type of thing. Grooming versus, just having natural hair. So hopefully this works out.
Yeah.
And I hope they go ahead and pass the bill. All right. Okay, y'all listen.
Okay, now. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna still pay for Netflix. This thing coming on this week.
No. That ain't what I'm finna talk about, because I don't pay for Netflix. Let me tell you why I don't pay for Netflix. Because I am a T-Mobile customer. And when T-Mobile told me Netflix was free $99.99 for me, I said, let me go on and log in and hook this thing up. Okay? Now, let me tell you about why I say Netflix is tripping. I'm not talking about the price rate. Everything going up. Y'all complain about Netflix and gas is high. Is a hooker in the motel with a drug dealer. Look, I'm not talking about that, okay? What I am talking about is the fact that they finna try to start charging the extra people this. So, full disclosure, my children are on my Netflix. They live in my house.
You know what? That should not be included.
Hold on. You know how you got family members that say, hey, you know what we do, what you and I do. Hey, I got this service. Here go my login. You can log in and look at my service. I'm going to log in your stuff that I don't have and look in your. So we share like that. Now, some of my family members don't share. But I'm just saying. So if I have my Netflix and I decide, I got 5 profiles. I decide them 5 people in my profile, they my family. They in my profile. I shouldn't have to pay extra for them folks.
Right.
You pay for one subscription to what I ain't letting 100,000 million people use my stuff. I'm just talking about my family. What it is, okay? Now let me also say this. Netflix, y'all got to do better about your firewalls and stuff around your app. Because somebody in Afghanistan had logged into my Netflix account, okay? I was on the phone Saturday morning with Netflix trying to get Sacklefor off my damn account, okay? I should have known something was up when my closed captioning kept getting switched to Arabic. I was like, who keeps switching my stuff to Arabic? Then I tried to go watch something on Netflix. Well, actually, one of my family members called me and said, hey, look, I'm trying to show your nephew something on the Netflix. It ain't working. I said, okay. What? Let me find out. They said your email address ain't even. Let me tell y'all something. I've been a Netflix customer since they were sending the DVDs to the house. Do you understand me? For years, I have been a Netflix customer. When Netflix first came out, I was all over that thing because I did not want to go to Blockbuster because Blockbuster was still a thing. Came out. Didn't nobody have time for Blockbuster. It's convenient for me to put this DVD in this envelope and send it back to you, and you send me another one. Let's do this, man. So I told her, like, listen, man, I've been a customer of y'all for years. I ain't never had nobody hack into my account. This is wrong. Y'all need y'all to fix this. Y'all need y'all to fix this right now. She walked me through the steps to fix it. I was like, well, ma'am, do you know what country? No, I don't know what country he from. The person who did, because they had changed the email address and everything, girl. I was going to be, T-Mobile was going to be playing for Netflix over in Afghanistan, okay? I was highly upset. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, they did their thing. They hooked me up. I find out because the telephone number was changed too. It's a number from Afghanistan. If y'all gonna be going up on folk price, I need y'all to make sure that don't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't nobody in Afghanistan need to log into my account.
Or need a 2-part
authentication. I'm there with you, girl. Okay. That's
authentication.
Right.
Because if you get a text, did you want to change your password? Nope,
I did not. I didn't authorize it. Yes, I need those types of notifications. All right, that's my Netflix rant. Just out of jail. He out.
And just like that, he's out of jail.
So let's talk about this. He was concerned. And you know what? He has a point. You didn't lie and use these police resources. I feel like they was gonna mistreat you in the prison house too. I think so. So look, Justin said, listen, if I show up dead, I turn up dead, I ain't kill myself, I'm not suicidal. He said that in court. He said, Judge, I respect you. I respect whatever decision. But when I go in this here jail cell, I feel like it's going to be some problems. So I'm letting y'all know right now. Everybody was like, he couldn't do 150 days in jail. Guess what? I can't either. I can't do 150 days in jail neither. So they filed an appeal. And so the judge let him out. They had him hog tied to a bed while he was in prison because they had him in the psych ward of the prison. And they had him on watch. And he was like, I ain't trying to kill myself. I just feel like y'all gonna do something to me while I'm in this prison. So the judge did let him out of jail until they go through the appeal process. So Jussie out.
He should be on house arrest. Let him be. Is he on house arrest?
I don't think he is. We're gonna skim through this real quick because this is rich people problem. Chris Cuomo said, look, y'all fired me, CNN. I need $125 million. That would have been the rest of my contract, and then we can part ways. Chris was accused of helping his brother during the scandal that his brother Andrew Cuomo was involved in, who was at the time the governor of New York. He makes a point. Other reporters and other people, I didn't know the guy who was, fondling himself online on the Zoom thing, that wrote for one of the newspapers, I think the New York Times or something. I didn't know he also worked at CNN as a commentator. Y'all still got that man on your payroll, but y'all mad at Chris because Chris helped his brother out. I don't understand. He also threw Don Lemon under the bus too. He threw Don Lemon under the bus as well. He makes a point. If what's good for the goose ought to be good for the gander. If I'm gonna get in trouble for helping my family, everybody else needs.
Well, what did Don Lemon do?
Don, I think somebody was his friend. I don't know if it was Jussie Smollett or who it was that he gave some information to, or he was accused of giving information to, as it results to, whatever little sources that, they found with the news stories and stuff, and feeding it to the people or to their publicists. From my understanding, I don't know how true that was, but he was accused of doing that. So I don't know. I'm not sure. But there have been other situations. There have also been fraternization, which was, from my understanding, frowned upon. 2 people left as a result of it. It's a long list of things that they mentioned. That man said, pay me the rest of my contract. That's what he said. So I don't know what they're going to do. They're probably going to settle out of court. But this is rich people problems because I ain't got $125,000, let alone $125 million. I'm just saying. So rich people problems. Chris, I hope you get your money, boo. I hope you get your money. All right, so this pissed me off.
Can I say this one? Can I talk about this one?
You absolutely
Okay.
can. Because I'm
Okay.
going to
So
say some explicatives, and I don't.
okay. So Ryan Coogler, he is the director of. Is he director or producer?
Director of Black
The
Panther Recruit.
Black Panther. So he goes to a local Bank of America in Atlanta, and
Mm-hmm,
he wants to take out over $10,000 in his account.
mm-hmm.
So he put it in a note and gave it nicely to the teller. The teller said, "Oh, think to
Hold on.
herself, Black
You leaving a part out.
what?
Not only did he put the note and he put it on the bank slip, he also put his card in the thing, because the only way Bank of America give you your money, if you go into the bank, you have to put your card in the
Right,
machine and put your PIN
right,
number in. And he also gave her his driver's license. Go ahead.
right. Okay, so the teller looks at, and I'm sure she is a
She
Karen
wasn't.
race.
Keep going. She not. Because I heard the tape. She wasn't. Keep going.
She was okay. So she thinks that this man is trying to rob the bank after he done gave him the ATM card, his ID. Why would a robber give an ATM card and an ID? Call the police. The police handcuffs him, put him in the car while they try to figure all this out just to make sure they verify who he said he is. And they verified it, they let him go. He's a good one. He is a good one because
Well,
at that day, huh?
with all of the police brutality and things that are taking place, I understand why he kept his cool.
Right.
Now that Oakland
No, no, no,
accident
no, no,
came
no,
out.
no, no, no,
Right.
no, 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 no. I'm saying after they done figured out who I was, unhandcuffed me, I would have went straight to Bank of America, withdraw all my money out. I want to close my account.
Okay. So let's talk about that real quick. Couple of things. Number one, it wasn't a Karen. I heard the 911 call. It was not a Karen. She said, and I quote, he put his ATM card in and used his PIN number. He also gave me a California ID. I didn't look at it. I'm trying to talk to him and I'm asking him questions, and he's saying, look at the note. Now, on the note, he said, I don't want people to know how much money I'm withdrawing out of the bank. He was withdrawing $20,000. Long story short, the lady that takes care of his baby, he and his wife are in Atlanta because he's working on Black Panther. They work on Black Panther at the studio, Tyler Perry. Okay. I'm working here in Atlanta. Yes, I am from California, but I'm working here. My wife and my baby came with me. Okay. And I have a nurse who, for whatever reason, she can't get no bank account. I don't know why. I don't ask questions. I just pay her the way she asked me to pay her. Okay. She travels with me. So I pay her this $20,000 on her payday. That's how much cause she went
Dang.
out of town.
Can I watch this baby?
I mean, I don't want no more kids, but I sure will watch a baby for $20,000 a week or whatever, half month. You know, come on, baby. Let's do that. So he's taking the $20,000 to give to his person. Let me also add that while he's in the bank, the people that were in the car with him got handcuffed and put in the police car as well. Okay.
Wow.
So this young lady went to the manager. Okay. The manager she said her manager told her to call the police. Not, let me come out and talk to dude. Let me see if he can at least take his shades off. I'll let him take his mask down so I can make sure he is the person that's on his driver's license. Ain't got no problem with that. Because here's the thing. They do a lot of robbing in the Atlanta area. And you go to Atlanta, the people tell you, hey, bruh, you might not want to do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G because they going to rob you. Okay? So, rightfully so. I am okay with that logic. So I don't want everybody to know I'm coming to take $20,000. Now, my thought process was, when I first heard the story, is Ryan, no, they should not have done that. That was extreme. But you should have called them and said, hey, dog, I'm Ryan Coogler. I'm on my way. Like, we're in a different tax bracket in life. So I feel like there should be a personal banker that go get my money for me. That's how I feel. However, from my understanding, because Kev on Stage, I listen to their podcast. Shout out to them over there. Here's the thing. Y'all probably ain't gonna never hear this, but shout out to y'all anyway. He used to work at Bank of America. He said, no, that's not the protocol. The personal bankers don't handle money at all. I said, wow, I didn't know that. He said, so it's nobody. They don't have no liaison or nothing. Maybe the bank manager might have handled it or whatever. But here's the thing. The girl wouldn't have got in trouble if she gave that man that $20,000. Because first of all, it was in his account. Now, she might not have had that in her drawer, which is why I felt like he should have just been like, hey, calling them ahead of time and saying, hold on.
Or you know how they have those people in the offices?
That's a personal banker. They don't handle stuff like that. I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
I had no clue. So on the movies, they've been lying to me all my life because I thought the personal bankers handled it and they don't.
Or you could have said, "May I speak to your manager?"
Well, I felt like that's what he should have did, but he didn't know anything was wrong because she never said, "I'm finna look, dog. I don't know who you are." Like she didn't do anything. She left. He said every time folk came up to him, they said, "Man, they taking care of you. They getting you taken care of right now." Like they gave him no indication that anything was wrong, none whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. That's what went down. So he not thinking, and then the next thing he know, somebody's putting a gun on him. He ain't had no gun. He wasn't armed, nothing, and they're handcuffing him. So let me tell you what I think happened. I don't think that manager had their job anymore. I don't think that teller got her job no more. That's just what I think. I do not think they work there anymore. And I think they're satisfied, right? Because I'm sure Ryan called them and said, hey, listen, my money finna go over here to Wells Fargo. Or my money finna go over here to U.S. Bank. Or my money finna go somewhere else other than the Bank of America. Okay? It's finna go. Because I'm not about this life. That's what I feel like happened. And I think that's the people got fired, and it was what it was. It was unfortunate. This is the first time this has happened. There have been doctors, there have been lawyers, there have been other people that have tried to deposit large sums, withdraw large sums, and folk looking at them like they're crazy.
But yeah, you don't want nobody to know how much money you got.
I don't want nobody to know. I don't need you following me around. But see, here's the other thing. You didn't have to ask me no questions because when I go to the bank, keep in mind, I am not a millionaire. I aspire to be one. I'm not there yet. Okay. However, typically when I put my stuff on my bank slip, I write it out. I put it, or if I go into a Bank of America, they just do what I tell. I don't have to tell them what I'm doing. I write it on the deposit slip. So he wrote it on. It was but he
should have wrote it on a withdrawal
slip. But he wrote a note
saying, "Don't say how much it is."
Huh?
Saying, "Don't say how much it is."
Right, ma'am. It just seemed creepy. Like I didn't know what to do. Girl, you probably ain't got no job, and that's fine. That's crazy. Get that man his money.
Hold on, but I bet you the family like, you ain't that dumb, are you?
And she was pregnant, and she said she didn't want them problems Frankie had at the bank and set it out. So
it didn't even last a month.
The retirement. Go home. Giselle wants you at the house.
He said, "No, I don't want to. I'm tired of the kids." He's like, "I'm tired of the kids. I'm tired of the wife. Let me go back."
I said, "Why can't you just die? Not die. Just retire. Go home. I'm sick of you, man. Y'all didn't win the Super Bowl this past year. Y'all didn't go to the Super Bowl. They beat you. Go home. Why you on top? Why you ain't nothing broken? Why you ain't had no heart issues? Like you in your 40s, dog. Like I need you to go home to the house. To the house, Thomas Brady. To the house. I'm sick of him. I need him to retire. Let's retire.
Let it go.
Let it go. To quote the great Elsa.
Oh, and okay. Did you add about Russell Wilson going to the Broncos?
We'll talk about we can talk about that real quick. So Russell has been traded. from Seattle Seahawks to Denver Broncos. I think that's the only team Russell has ever played for his whole football career. He was okay with it. I don't know what his contract was to go to Denver. Denver's beautiful. I think they will enjoy it because they was in Seattle, Washington. Probably rained a lot, so you know.
Now they can go to a place where it snows a lot.
Like it snows a lot, right?
They can learn how to ski.
Maybe. So I'm okay with that. I'm not mad at that at all. It's a lot of changes. Speaking of changes, Deshaun Watson has been traded to the Cleveland Browns, and he has the highest paid contract in NFL history.
Satisfy your hunger.
$230 million guaranteed for 5 years. Guaranteed to be the quarterback in Cleveland. So here's the thing with Deshaun, though. He has kind of like a checkered situation going on. So I don't know. I think even if he doesn't, if he only plays like a season or two, I think they're going to have to still pay him his contract if they let him go, because he also got 22 women that have claimed that he has he's been accused of sexual misconduct against 22 different women. The charges, the criminal charges were dropped, but he has the civil lawsuits. They have come to light now as a result of this. He's vehemently denying that anything has happened that wasn't consensual. I think 22 women is a lot of people to accuse you of the same thing. So I don't know. I don't know what this means. Although I think it's very fascinating that he got this $230 million. I think that is also kind of crazy that these women have come against him with these allegations, and you know, it's kind of like ain't nobody hearing what they going through, or what has happened. And I know in the court of law you have to prove, the burden of proof falls on the accuser, and maybe they didn't have enough evidence to prove that he did what he did. Does not mean that he didn't do what he did. So hopefully and prayerfully this can get sorted out, because this is pretty weird to me that this is still being accepted in the NFL. So Brittany Griner. So this story right here has just, oh my God, I've been terrified for her. So she got arrested in February. They found some CBD cartridges for a what is that thing called? A vape in her luggage. And I don't think she realized that she may have had them there. She travels a lot, and she was traveling to Russia because not only is she a part of the WNBA here, but she's also a part of the Russian team over there, because WNBA players don't make, I think they may make $40,000 a year.
No, they make a fraction.
Yeah, of what the regular NBA players make. And so a lot of the women from the WNBA have to go overseas to play basketball. To you know, make sure that they can take care of their families. They paid them a lot of money to go overseas to play. They also don't have to pay taxes on the money that they play overseas, if I'm not mistaken. So that's another thing. And so she's able to bring, you know, do what she needs to do over there and come back and play for the WNBA. Of course, they are able to get endorsements, but very few of them even get endorsements with brands. I just feel like they just need to really do an overhaul with the WNBA. Like, I feel like they have fans that go and watch their games just like they have NBA fans. And I wish we had a WNBA team, because I definitely would go to the game. I just think that this is unfortunate. So from my understanding, the reports that they did share a video. They showed a picture of her being booked in February. they said they're going to detain her until May the 19th. So I'm hoping that means that she'll get to come back home, because I don't want her over there while Putin is doing whatever he's doing over yonder, because it's not a good thing. And I don't think anybody needs to be over in them parts while all of this is going on, especially not anybody American.
We're going to go to jail real quick.
Yeah. And I mean, their drug rules and regulations are not like, you can't, weed and stuff is not legal over in certain parts of Europe, and in certain countries. And like I said, I really feel like this might have just been an oversight on Brittany's part. I don't think like she had bags of weed trying to smuggle it over to Russia. I just think that maybe she just, maybe didn't take it out of her bag. Sometimes things will be like in pockets in your bag and you didn't realize it's in your bag and it's in there, things like that. So I hope and pray that she gets back. And I need people to keep sharing the story, keep reporting on it. They've been very tight-lipped about certain things over there in Russia and not releasing a whole bunch of information. But I wanted to make sure on our platform we did mention it. So hopefully and prayerfully she gets back home. Mm-hmm. All right. Get off your ass and work.
And then this is what pisses me off. The people that you're talking about, because you, Miss Kim Kardashian, had a silver spoon when you was born, because your family was a millionaire. Your family was in money when you was born. So you got a leg up. Then you got another leg up from being on your behind, having sex with Ray J and taping it. So your mama was like pimping you out, saying we're gonna make money out of this, and that's voila. Okay,
so keeping up with the Kardashians, your clothing lines, all this other stuff.
I want to see you actually work a normal job like other normal women and see how, if you're going to be lazy or not. Because you know what she's done, you have insulted the very women who buys your stuff. I've never bought her stuff, and I
bought some Kardashian jeans when I worked at Sears. That's probably the only thing that I've purchased. I purposely did not purchase any of the beauty products from her little sister, especially how they dogged Jordan out when that situation happened with Chloe's cheating and philandering boyfriend. No. I don't support. I stopped watching Keeping Up with Kardashians. They're getting ready to come out with a whole new brand of Keeping Up with Kardashians on Hulu. I'm over it. I'm super over it. There are a lot of people that work hard.
Who works leaving multiple jobs just and still don't make.
And still don't make a fraction.
What you make, they're working hard for their babies and their children. Some of these are single mothers,
right?
And you can't say that they're lazy. We just came out of a pandemic.
Nobody wants to work these days. Like, during the pandemic. Let's talk about the pandemic real quick. During the pandemic, to celebrate your birthday, you went and you rented out a whole island for you and hundreds of people to go to. We didn't have the privilege of doing that. There were people who still had to go to their jobs during the pandemic and work in conditions that could get them sick with COVID. But you fly your butt over to an island to have a whole party. Like, we are not the same. You are not. The majority of the people out here working, that's not who you are. So I don't want to hear about how to be successful from you. Anybody that already had a silver spoon in their mouth and already had things handed to them. Now, if you had to do something other than the mess that you've done, and you had to do, whatever, and you had to work hard at something that you actually built for yourself that wasn't built by you laying on your back, then yes, girl, let's do this. Let's have that conversation. But that's not what you did. You already had money. You made money. You had access to Paris Hilton. You sold her stuff and Nikki Hilton stuff on eBay when you were a teenager. Okay, that was cute, but you still had money, girl. Privilege. You had it. You had it.
Okay, let's go to the next. I'm tired.
So there are many parallels to this, and I'm gonna say this: there are three sides to every story.
Her
His
side, his side,
her
and the
side,
truth.
and the truth. So let me.
And I'm not thinking, yeah, okay, this is my thing. Kanye, he does need some help.
Baby sick. He off his meds. He's sick.
He needs some help. However, I don't think Kim is all innocent in this.
No, Kim ain't innocent in this. So listen,
and that's all I gotta say about that.
So everybody is talking about how, and I know you gotta go soon. Everybody's talking about how he is harassing Kim, and it's just this is abuse, and this is this, and this is that.
But tell me this: how are you gonna go from one guy with mental illness to another guy that got mental illness?
Not only that, let's talk about this. This was okay up until a certain period of time. This was okay. You was getting your kids. You were doing this. You were doing that. No, you can't make a person, a grown person who's not harmed to themselves or harm to anybody else. You can't make them get help. You cannot. Let me tell you real quick what I think this whole situation is and what I think triggered this. Kim was being a baby mama. I don't even think Kanye cares that she's with oh boy. And I like Pete Davidson. I love him. He's hilarious on Saturday Night Live. I love him. I do. However, I don't even think he cares about that. I think the issue is the kids. And when you are when you exhibit baby mama behavior and threaten to take the kids from the daddy who is not mentally stable. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. I believe she told that man he couldn't come to his daughter's party, so he acted a fool and he got to come to the party because she just didn't want to have to deal with it. So okay, you come to the party. You know, he's stalking her. How is he stalking her? Is he where she is and Pete is? He probably across the country sending tweets and Instagram stuff. He got suspended.
Well, I don't know if he's back on Instagram or not.
Well, no, he was suspended from Instagram for 24 hours. The Grammys banned him from performing this year at the Grammys.
But you know why, right? Because of Trevor Noah. It's not because of Kim Kardashian. Trevor Noah. He's having beef with Trevor Noah, right. And Trevor Noah is the host of the Grammys.
I feel like I don't think Kanye is gonna do anything to Trevor. I don't think Kanye was gonna do anything to D.L. Hughley. I don't believe he was gonna. The baby needs help. But I don't think Kanye finna get on a plane and go knock on D.L. Hughley's door and do anything to him and his family. I don't think that he's going to fly across the country or go to the Grammys and whoop Trevor Noah's. I don't think any of that is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I think he needs help. And so I feel this needs to happen if he is truly stalking Kim. I feel like she needs to get a restraining order. I feel like she needs to go to court and do the thing to, hey, he needs to have supervised visitation with the kids. He needs to do blah, 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 blah. That's what I think happened. Now, let me also say this. Kanye ain't right. Kanye wrong because the day is long. He wrong. Much as I love the brother, he wrong. He's been wrong for a long time. And let me say this. I need people to stop saying that he needs to get over his mom's death and stop using that as a crutch as an excuse. And I need you to go watch the documentary that his friend did on him. And I need you to understand that Kanye has always been Kanye. Okay? He was always been Kanye. When his mom died, that amplified who Kanye already was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Kanye was already off his rocker, and y'all, you laughed at him. You said, "Oh my God, Kanye, he da." Kanye was always Kanye from day one. When his mom died, he did not talk to nobody. He ain't gonna get no grief counseling. He kept working.
Mm-hmm.
He kept working.
Mm-hmm.
Continue to work.
Mm-hmm.
Worked himself to the bone.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't sat down and dealt with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And he got a whole bunch of people around him that's getting paid on his payroll. Yes, people. Okay, that's what that is, and they're gonna let him be out here looking like a fool, looking stupid. Ain't
Mm-hmm.
nobody around, even his friends. They like they're concerned because they see at the end of that documentary, it broke my heart.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna talk about it tomorrow,
We
right?
are gonna talk about it tomorrow. We will be talking about Genius tomorrow. Yeah, I need y'all to understand and grasp the concept and the realization of the whole thing. Mental health is nothing to play with. It's not funny. It is a real thing. This girl got with this man knowing full well his mom had already passed. Not before they was messing with each other, probably before his mama passed. But his mom had already passed when they officially got together. Okay? You knew the consequences of the situation when you got with this man. You knew. This one something that you didn't know. You knew this. You continue to be with this man and have 4 kids with this man. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you had North before y'all got married. You had North, right? But while he was still with Amber, like, I'm not saying that this is something that you deserve, but you have moved shadily through this whole process. I'm not convinced that you one day Pete before you and Kanye even started talking about divorce. I'm not convinced of that because that's how you have moved in all of your relationships. That's how you move. We've seen it play out. I'm just saying. He wrong for what he's doing. I don't know if anybody's gonna be able to get to him. It's really, really sad. I think they had a video of Dave and somebody else, Dave Chappelle and somebody who would go check on him. He was like, "Nigga, tell me a joke." And he was like, "Huh? Tell me a joke. You a comedian? Tell me a joke." He said, "Bro, I came to check on you because you my friend and I'm concerned about you. I didn't come to tell you no joke." Things like that. His friends, their hearts are breaking. Any family that he has, the hearts have to be breaking. My heart would break. My heart would absolutely break.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope he gets help. I hope they sort this out. I'm sick of their divorce. I don't want to be in the text message. This is my what's bugging me. 2 situations happened while we were on break that ticked me off. This is what I'm talking about with the school system. Y'all don't pay the teachers enough, and students do not need to be in unsafe situations. The picture on the left, you see this guy, this older guy, he's 70-something years old with his blood streaming down his head. A student hit him in the head with a chair. The student is bipolar. The student apologized, but the student was wrong. And the
student should have been expelled.
The student's probably going to be expelled. This is a substitute teacher. Somebody told the student that the man said something bad about the baby's mama, and he went off and threw the chair across the room. The man didn't say nothing about the child's mama, but and he's 70-something years old, and he's having to deal with that. So I don't know what the outcome is gonna be, but that baby, I'm sure,
to be 77 years old and needing to substitute teach, that should say a lot.
That's the country in which we live in. This one over here, now I hope they throw this white man under the jail. This Indiana teacher slapped this kid in the face for wearing his hood on his head in school. Slap the baby. Understand, if you hit my child at a school, that's going to be the last person you ever hit. I don't play about my babies. I don't. Do not. He got suspended and arrested from the school. They got him on tape slapping the child. And I'm glad, rightfully so. Because you had no right to slap that child. You ain't had no right to slap the child. The school systems all over the country need to have something in place to protect teachers and the students. It's not right. It's disgusting how they do it. And I can't get with it. I promise I cannot. It's not cool. Wendy, did you have anything that was bugging you?
The only thing that's bugging me, okay, you guys, This is gonna always bug me.
The
But
Uber
right now,
truck.
because gas is high and
Now
Uber so
hold on. Did they give y'all the little gas thing?
15 cents a ride.
Are you kidding
Hold on. Let me pull it up. Well, how about that? Let me pull it up, shall I?
me? 15 cents per ride? What they think
Hold on.
that's gonna do?
Hold on. Temporary fuel assistance. Hold on. 15 cents for the Uber Eats delivery. 20 cents. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, so it says, we know that you felt the sting of record high gas prices, which has affected how much you're able to earn on Uber. In an effort to reduce the burden of high fuel costs, we are rolling out temporary fuel surcharge to support drivers and carriers. 100% of the surcharge will go directly to you. Rides customers will pay a surcharge of either 45 cents or 55 cents for each Uber trip, and each customers will pay either 35 cents or 45 cents on each Uber Eats order depending on their location.
Yeah, Uber, Lyft.
So they saying if you do so many trips, you're gonna earn up to at least $20. That's no, I don't see how. I am so working hard in my Mary Kay business right now. The only reason why I'm doing Uber is because my son's school is an hour trip a day. No. Let me talk. 2 hours trip twice a day. That's 30 minutes going, 30 minutes coming back. Then 30 minutes going back. Then 30 minutes coming back. 2 hours a day.
That's a lot.
So when I see $2.35 includes tip, that's including tip. No, I'm not gonna take it. If I see $5.45, that includes tip. No, I'm not gonna take it. That doesn't even cover a gallon of gas.
It doesn't.
So for you guys to think it's okay to not tip,
it ain't okay.
Then you know what? Y'all need to go to the grocery store and learn how to cook, and learn how to have leftovers. Eat leftovers. Kids need to learn what leftovers is. I don't think kids today know what leftover is. It's what you eat.
Mine do.
I know, yeah, but I'm saying because, and I know, my child, I know he's not gonna be spending his money on Uber Eats. I know it because he's gonna do it for the first 3 paychecks, and then he's gonna be like, what's the use? Because I am also a customer of Uber Eats, so I know how much it's charging. But you know what? I don't shorten on the tip.
Yeah, I always do my tips on my Uber rides, Lyft. I was recently a Uber rider and Lyft rider. And I always tipped. Even the couple of times I almost lost my life in the car, I had to really buckle up and pray on my way to my destinations. I made sure I still tip my folk. Uh, oh Jesus, yeah. So
that's what's bugging me. My son can wait. It's just down the street.
oh, okay. Where he work?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. All right. So this is what we got happening. The shot glass hour. So we had to cancel this upcoming Wednesday show. Artists kind of backed out on us at the last minute. However, April is looking real hot. We got Doll McCoy coming up. I can't wait. That's gonna be awesome. Well, I can't wait. That's gonna be an awesome show. And then we got Chinese Connection Dub Embassy for 420. It's gonna be the Reggae Retreat. Make sure y'all are there. We are gonna be there at Smooth Living, April the 6th and April the 20th. We will be there. Doors open at 7. The beat drops at 8:30. Make sure y'all are in there. $10 to get in. We're gonna have Flo on the drinks. We're gonna have Shantria with them hands. Urban Vintage is gonna be there with them hands. And then of course there's gonna be wonderful food by Smooth Living. So make sure you guys make sure you're in the building. Make sure you are looking out for these artists. I love our artists here in the city. Absolutely love them. They are really, really good. We have so much talent here in the city. And I'm so excited to be able to share the talent on the platform. And make sure y'all in the building. That's all I got to say. Make sure y'all there.
Yeah.
Wendy, tell the people how they can reach you.
Okay, you guys, it's springtime. Winter skin is over with. Now we got to get our skin prepped for the spring and the summer.
Mm-hmm.
My Facebook page is Wendy Edinburgh Smith. My Instagram page is at Vlux76. And my Mary Kay website is www.marykay.com/WEDINGBOURGH. So you know what? Y'all need to hurry up and get with me.
Get with her.
To get your skin right.
Get your skin right.
Get your skin right. Because if you can pay hundreds of dollars for wigs and weaves, you can pay under $100 for skincare.
Absolutely. I agree.
And
all right. Heather, whenever she come back to the phone, y'all can reach her at Heather's Passion Academy on Facebook, YouTube, her website, heatherspassionacademy.com. For all of your pleasure needs. She is a relationship and sexuality coach. She also is a Bedroom Candy affiliate. And so if you want to join her team or you need a little something for the bedroom, y'all hit up Heather. And then y'all can reach me on Facebook at Vicky is Faith Moore, Instagram at Vicky is Faith, Twitter at Vicky is Faith. Make sure y'all follow us on Facebook at The Size Up, Instagram at The Size Up 2102, YouTube at The Size Up Official Podcast, and you can email us if you have a show idea or you want to be a guest on the show, thesizeup2102@gmail.com. You also can listen to us wherever you listen to a podcast, on Anchor, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and SoundCloud. Thank you guys for, hold on, girl, we ain't on the screen yet. Thank you for joining us. We're going to see you guys next week. We hope, we're going to see y'all next week. Bye-bye. See y'all later.